if I told you I hit 10,000 plus steps every single day for 277 days straight? That is 9 months, and I did it rain, snow, overtime shifts, family events, holidays, even on days when I didn't want to get out of bed. And I did all of this while working a 9-to-5 desk job where I didn't have any time to get up and get moving. I was sitting all day. And I don't say this to flex. I say it because there were so many things in my life that were working against me. My job, my routine, my habits, even the weather. But I still did it, and doing it changed my entire life. Today, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how I made 10K steps happen every single day and how it helped me lose 50 pounds. And as per usual, the timestamps will be in the description so you can refer to whichever part of this video really speaks to you and helps you on your journey to getting 10,000 steps every single day. Why I started walking. When I first started trying to lose weight, I really didn't do any research. I just went to the gym, added some veggies to my diet, and I thought I had the walking part in the bag, honestly. But when I decided to start tracking my steps, I realized that I was very, very, very wrong. I was getting anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 steps per day average. There is no way my body was designed to be this still. So I told myself, let's start with 5,000 steps. Not 10K, not 12K, just 5. And when that felt normal, I bumped it up. It didn't scare me, it didn't exhaust me, it didn't spike my cortisol, and slowly it transformed everything in my life. My energy, my digestion, my bloating, my confidence, my face, my body, my mental health, everything. The longer I did it, the better I felt about myself, the food I was eating, the better I felt about my ability to stick to things and to know that when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. That confidence is irreplaceable. So then let's get into what I actually did to get 10,000 steps in every single day. One thing that made hitting 10,000 steps every single day, even while working a 9-to-5 doable, was what I like to call my 3-part step routine. Basically, I break my day into 3 parts, almost like a sandwich. You got the 2 buns, and then you got the chunk of meat in the middle. So let's get into what these 3 parts consist of. Part 1, morning movement. I start my day with about 30 minutes of walking, which is about 3,000 steps, and I do it either inside on a treadmill or outside if the weather permits. This sets the tone for the rest of my day and helps me get a head start on my steps before I get my workday started. Now let's get into part 2, which is what I call my midday micro movement. Part 2 is the workday. It is the longest part of this 3-part step routine just because majority of us are spending about 8 hours at work, and don't even get me started on commute. For a lot of people, there's an hour commute each way. So that's 8 to 10 hours that is dedicated to your work routine. In that 8 to 10 hour span, I ensure that I get at least 4,000 steps in. If you spread those steps across your entire workday, it's actually very doable. Walking on breaks, walking while on calls, or getting up every hour, all those steps add up a lot faster than you think. When you get to work, you can park farther from work so you can get more steps in on your way in. You can take the stairs up rather than the elevator if you work in a building. You can, on your lunch break, ensure that you're taking at least even 10 minutes of that break to walk around. When you're on a call, if it's possible, to be standing up instead and to be getting some steps in while you're on the spot. Even if it's for anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes, every minute counts, and you will be so happy when you end your workday. And after that 30-minute walk in the morning where you got 3,000 steps, and now you're ending your workday with 4,000 steps, you're now at 7,000, and before you go to bed, all you've got is 3,000 steps left in order to complete your step goal for the day. I just found that when I broke it down this way, it made life so much easier because I realized how easy it actually is to get your step in, even if you are working a job that has you sitting for majority of the day. So this leads me into part 3 of the 3-part step routine, which is the evening reset walk. So this is another 30 minutes of walking and another 3,000 steps to complete your steps for the day. It helps you unwind and it closes the loop on the day. So for me, at the end of my workday, right when I get home, get outside again if the weather permits and get a nice 30-minute walk in. If you have a dog, it's a great opportunity to take your dog on a nice little walk outside. If you have a treadmill inside, doing a 30-minute walk on your treadmill. If you have a walking pad where you can be on the treadmill with a show on, that makes it a lot more enjoyable as well. If you don't have a treadmill at home and the weather is horrible outside, guess what? You can walk around your home. Whatever you have to do to get those steps in. Is it the most fun to just, walk around your kitchen or, walk around in your room while getting those steps in? No, but at the end of the day, that's just another excuse. What can you do to make it more exciting? For me, it was getting on a call with my friends. Sitting while you're talking on the phone is like the biggest waste of an opportunity to get your steps in during the day. So you can listen to whatever type of podcast, you can listen to an audiobook, you can do whatever it is you like to make getting these steps in more exciting. Why this method works. Breaking my day into 3 parts made getting 10,000 steps in seem less like one big task and more like 3 small achievable ones. And the best part is you can recreate this 3-part step routine based on your own lifestyle. Like for me, there were some days where I preferred a longer morning walk because I knew that my evening was going to be busy, or sometimes I would break down how many steps I would get in during the middle of my day, during my work day, because I knew I had more time in the evening or in the morning, if it's the weekend or not. All these things made a very big difference in how I broke down my day. But I found by breaking it down to morning, evening, and then that middle chunk, it just made the task seem a lot more achievable. The truth about becoming that 10K steps person. Here's something that nobody tells you. When you become that person that gets 10K steps in every single day, no matter what, you start to stand out. In social settings, with family, with friends, at work, people start to question you and they start to say things like,
it's really not that serious.
Like,
you can take a break, you can sit down, you can miss a day.
And at first, it is really uncomfortable because you are trying to practice discipline, but you're doing it in a society where it is pretty normalized to take your rest, to sit down during your breaks, to not pace around while you're sitting with friends or family or doing anything. But at the end of the day, I feel like once we accept that we do live in a society where we are working these 9-to-5 jobs that expect us to sit at a computer all day or just sit down for majority of our day, it is hard to get our steps. You will have to be that person that is on your feet and is pacing the room, and that is uncomfortable. You'll feel dramatic walking around the office on your break trying to get your steps in, or sitting with family or friends at 9 p.m. watching a show but pacing around them just trying to complete your steps for the day. But here's what I learned. The same people that are looking at you a little crazy like, girl, stop pacing around the room, or hey, it's not that deep, are gonna be the same people that are gonna start saying things like,
you know what, I've been sitting all day, maybe I need to get up and start moving.
Or,
you know what, I'm not that active, I need to start getting my steps in.
Or,
hey, guess what, I was able to reach 5,000 steps today.
Your discipline is going to inspire them because discipline is loud, dedication is noticeable, and consistency is attractive. Your discipline inspires the people around you more than your results ever will. And yes, discipline is hard, but it's also the reason you will see results. Once you make it a thing where like people in your community know that this is something that you do, at the beginning it might be a little bit lonely. There might be people being like, nah, like I'm gonna sit down, I don't care, life is too short. It's like those people that say, you know, life is short, eat a hamburger. And like, I agree, life is short, eat a hamburger, but they be saying it every single day. They be saying it every single second, and it's like, y'all, we don't need to be eating 3 hamburgers a day, you know what I mean? It was actually my 2 sisters that started doing their steps before I did, and when I saw how dedicated they were, I think they did it for like almost a year before I was finally like, okay, I'll join in. And in that year, I saw how much it changed them, and it wasn't even the results that was really motivating me, it was that discipline. It was a discipline I'd never seen in them before, and that's kind of what excited me because it was something that I knew I was lacking. And ever since I started getting my steps in every day, it's changed every other aspect of my life. I have never been more disciplined, not only when it comes to walking, but when it comes to setting goals and going after them, no matter how long it takes to get to that final space. And for me, like, it was weight loss. Like, weight loss was not overnight for me. It wasn't like I woke up and 30 days later I was slim, fit, and fine. No, it took a long time. It took many days of stepping on the scale and seeing the scale didn't move. It took many days and many tears and a lot of body checking in the mirror and thinking to myself, like, this is never gonna happen for you. But staying committed and really just trusting the process, discipline will change your life, and walking is the easiest way to build discipline within yourself. I honestly get so excited when I see a new person take on walking as a goal because I just know they're in for just the biggest treat because it changes your life. So let's talk about what happened to my body as a result of getting these 10,000 steps in every single day for 277 days straight. And you know what's crazy? I haven't said this entire video. On day 278, I was really sad. I was like, damn, I made it 277 days. I didn't let that one mistake get me down, honestly. Like, okay, wow, I was able to make it 277 days, and that is a feat within itself. And now it's time to get up and get going. What are the new goals? I can ensure that my average stays high for the year, which means I keep getting those steps in. I keep trying to hit my minimum, and that is what I do every single day. And I've managed to maintain an average of 12,000 plus steps for the entire year, which is absolutely insanity to me, but has been so exciting. And I'm telling telling you, what it's done to my body, in my mind, in my life is just crazy. I've managed to lose 50 pounds in the past year or so. I find that even when life gets really, really busy and I'm not able to get to the gym, I'm still getting those steps in no matter what. And that's made the biggest difference. My face has slimmed down, my arms have slimmed down. I can see my gains a little bit more clearly, which is insane. It now has made me a lot more mentally stronger and to care less what anyone has to say or what anyone else is thinking about what I've decided to do for myself. And that has also just made a complete change in the way I do things in other aspects of my life. My digestion has improved, my bloating has disappeared. I used to bloat so badly. I may or may not post a picture of how bad my bloating would get. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. It was just so bad. And now I just be walking around with flat tummy or whatever, like no bloating here, y'all. My mood leveled out. I felt like I had more energy. I was sleeping better. Like, there were just so many amazing things that came out of walking, and that's why I suggested to everybody, to the grandmas, to the grandpas, to the aunts, the uncles, anyone that I come across, that walking is one of the best things you can do for yourself to change your life. Now my dad, he makes sure to get his steps in every single day, and he even himself says that it's changed his digestion, his mood, his metabolism. Like, he can feel the change in his body. And I invite you guys to motivate your parents to get their steps in, because, you know, as you get older, it's important to stay moving, and because our bodies were not made to be so still. So if you take anything from this video, let it be this: walking works, and discipline works harder. Do what you can today. Start with 3K, then 5K, then 7K, and before you know it, you'll be at 10K plus steps easily, without any stress, without any pain, without any worry that you're not a person that can do this, because you can. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be committed. So comment below, I'm starting today, if you're deciding to join me on this journey of getting your steps in every day. I'm still on it right now. I'm still trying to finish out this 2025 with an average way above 10,000 steps if I can. And it is, you know, there's some days when it does get hard, but honestly, I'm getting used to the hard. Hard is fun. Hard shows me that I'm trying. Hard shows me that I'm growing. Hard shows me that I am becoming the person that I know that I can become. And yeah, it is a really great feeling to be disciplined, and that is what walking has really taught me. It's taught me discipline, and that's one of the greatest lessons you can learn in your life, to be successful in the ways that you dream to be one day. I really appreciate you all for all the support that I've gotten so far on my videos, and I really do just want to share with you all the things that I did to not only lose all the weight, to lose the 50 pounds, but to change the way I think about myself, the way I think about life, and to be a person that I've always dreamed of being. You know, future you is waiting for present you to take the steps that you need to get where you want to go. So start with a few steps, y'all, and you'll get to 10K pronto. So thanks again for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for more videos on the healthy habits that you can add to your life in order to get where you want to go. So love you so much. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.